Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Chablashow. We have a couple of hostess. We actually have a special host. Well, she's gonna be with us. And let's start out with the host. Well, we have me, of course, Richard. Alright, your friend Ricardo. You see that we got another episode. You ready to rock and roll, my friend?
Hello, everybody. My name is Johnny Boy. We finally did season 2. I'm ready for a new start.
Loser.
And also, we have our special guest, Stephanie.
Loser.
Yeah, hello, how you doing? My name is Stephanie, and I am part of the podcast called the Quirky Girl. And I'm waiting for this amazing show. And also, I wanna thank Richard. He really introduced me. He came in and he wanna do an interview with me. So if you have anything to do with birds or anything, I am the girl. I have the podcast, and also I'm entertaining you guys. Oh, thank you so much, Stephanie. This has been amazing. She's gonna be here for the entire show, and then we're gonna interview her, and then later on we're gonna probably hear some of her opinions based on the news. All right, let's start off. We're a comedy show. This is the Chablashow, the comedy show. Let's solve the problems of the world. I think
Loser.
Ricardo has the news coming out right now. Yeah, my friend. Welcome to the Chablashow. Today we're gonna start out with Trump. The President Donald Trump. I said New York Times. He got another scandal. He said he got with the exterminations and all that nonsense. He's crazy.
We shouldn't talk about how great is Trump, cause he's a good president. It's just that the media hates him. That's why everything he is like always against him. I don't get that.
My friend, he crazy, my friend. He always got a scandal every day. He don't wanna destroy the world, my friend.
Loser.
Oh my God, Richard, man, this guy. And I always think that politicians always has been like
Loser.
In my opinion, I always think that politicians is all about your preparations, and always it's about your opinion. It's not about being serious, nothing like that.
I don't agree, Richard. I really think that Trump has been a great president at all times. I always think that he will make great America great again, like always.
But then Johnny was crazy, my friend. Donald Trump, he's a bad president. He just wants to eliminate all the immigrants. He crazy, my friend. Yeah. Well, back to where Ricardo and Johnny Boy is arguing, but I think Stephanie I'm actually a little bit of Stephanie's side. I already think that politicians should be something personal, not about a war, because at the end of the day, it's all about an opinion that we need to, stay away with it.
I always think that if you want to be a good American, you have to follow what an American logo is.
My friend, he said Mexicans are crazy, my friend. I'm not Mexican. I'm actually Ecuadorian, but I am no Pepe. He attacked my people, my friend.
No, he was never like that. It's just that CNN, the New York Times, they always want to attack him, so that was the big issue.
I mean, he did attack a lot of people, but like we said, we're a comedy show. I think we should continue out with the news. I know this is a little crucial.
I always think that he has done a excellent and always excellent.
My friend, shut up, my friend. You're crazy, my friend.
Richard, don't start with me. You don't know me, my friend. Like you say, you don't know me, my friend.
My friend, you don't have to copy, my friend. You they're gonna get punched in the face, my friend.
Don't worry about it. I will find a way to finally get a golf and a hit you in the head.
Come on, let's go. Chill, let's go. We gotta calm down. My friend, this guy is something, my friend. He's crazy. He just love moving his hands. He come late to work. You know, I don't get that.
Loser.
That's not true. I'm always here at least an hour or 2 hours early because I love the Chablashow. The Chablashow has been amazing, fantastic. It always has been like that.
My friend, I think he drink too much, my friend. He ain't got to drink, my friend.
Loser. Loser.
Come on, guys. You know, we have a guest here. Come on, let's look more productive. Yeah, I know. I really think that, you know, you guys are arguing, you guys making everything so crazy. I think you guys need to chill out. Let's just go to the next topic, you know. Yeah, I think Stephanie is right. I think we need to go on to the next topic. Alright, we have Cesium papers. We have the Biden exclusive order of AI. Alright, I don't know anything about that stupid AI. I think the ChatGPT crazy, my friend. They got too much problem, my friend.
No, I love using AI. I remember that I actually went and tried to use the Trump voice. It's so amazing. It's perfect. And also I tried to use Obama's voice because his stuff looks amazing.
My friend, do you have anything to say amazing, my friend? All you say is amazing. My friend, Richard, crazy, my friend. I think you need to hire a new one.
Oh, Ricardo, when I start, I cannot believe what happened in season 2, the first episode with Elizabeth. So don't start with me because this time I will get a bat and I will hit your head.
Loser.
My friend, you gotta chill out, my friend. Come on, guys.
Loser. Loser.
Come on, guys. Let's just knock it off, guys. Come on, guys, chill out.
Then tell this guy, Ricardo, a freaking moron, to stop messing with me.
My friend, the only mess is your face, my friend. Ooh, you got a crazy face, my friend.
Come on, let's move on. Let's go.
Yeah, let's move on. I think Stephanie don't want to hear you guys always arguing for nonsense. Well, back to the news. So apparently, Biden is ordering a new AI for the border, so they could write more for ChatGPT, whatever that thing is called. Then I don't know what the hell is ChatGPT. I always thought ChatGPT was a video game like Grand Theft Auto and Auto 3.
Yo, Ricardo, that's why you need to read the news, like Fox News. I love Fox News because they always tell the truth. They always talk about Trump, economy, how great it is, how good the president he is. I think he's the best president in the world.
My friend, the only channel I watch, my friend, is Univision, my friend, because, you know, I don't speak that much English, my friend. That's why you... You know, I don't speak, I don't know what Fox News saying. All I know is some guy there, he talk, I don't know what he say. He talk about like you know, economy. I don't know about economy.
That's why you need to go to school, Ricardo, because you need to go to the university and actually study.
My friend, I don't got time, my friend. Let's move to the show, my friend. Let's go to the news, my friend. Yeah, come on, guys. Let's go. Calm down, man. You guys playing too much, man. Also, I want to have an opinion about AI. You know, sometimes, you know, when I have it for the show, you know, when I'm doing the Quirky girl show, you know, I sometimes use AI too because, you know, it's more accessible. So I think Biden is you know, he's a good doing AI for the law, you know.
Loser. Loser.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I know.
That's what I said. I really think I have to agree with Ricardo. I know he loves Biden, but I think Biden did a great job of doing this exclusivity of AI.
Loser.
Yeah, you know, everybody using chat. Even people, even students, and everybody using it nowadays. All right, let's move on. We have another idea. It says Supreme Court aviation pill ruling to justify less the states decided the Texas that already drafted a law of inspiration. I don't know what the hell. You know what? Let's go to the next news. This is boring.
Yo, Ricardo, let me do the next one because apparently you're bad at this. You know what? Let's talk about the New Jersey congestion pricing chaos. Now, when you go to Manhattan, them, you gotta pay $15. Like I take the train because it's much better and cheaper.
My friend, if it was for you, my friend, no, anything cheap, my friend. It's about like money, my friend. It's about America. You gotta learn how to save money, my friend, like always.
Yeah, no, Ricardo. It's like $50 is too much for me. My salary here is not good enough.
My friend, that's why you to get a better job. You shouldn't be working. You should be a lawyer, do some business, my friend. You're not thinking, my friend. Yeah, no, this is crazy. $50 for that. That's too much money. It's way too much money. Alright, let's move on because there's nothing going on with news. It's just about Tesla, Russia. Oh, this is interesting. This is the last news before we go to the next section where we have a segment that is a comedy segment that we love to talk about. How about you read us for Ricardo for this one? Yeah, the last one. I think that's the only good one because everybody else is just so boring.
I want to talk about Russia. I read the article about Russia.
Nah, forget about it, my friend. Forget about Russia, my friend. We the USA, my friend. I want no USA news, my friend. Alright, let's see. Oh yeah, Ricardo, I see Richard. I see why you gave it to me. It says AI write the year bestseller, my friend. It says title how to replace journalists beat a human. It's crazy. That's why ChatGPT is the trend in the world.
I don't think it is. I actually read that book. It's amazing, fantastic. And I always think that when you read a book, you can actually do more and more and learn more words like always.
Loser.
My friend, I don't think you're learning, my friend. All you say is amazing and crazy, my friend. Maybe Richard need to hire a new one.
Loser. Loser.
Come on, guys. Let's go. Let's calm down, man. How about we take a little opinions from everybody here? How about what do you think of Stephanie? What do you think of this AI bestseller? Yeah, so I really think that this journalist and I think it's a good book. I mean, I read it because I am actually a bird girl, so I love reading about books and everything. And yeah, bestseller. I really think that I'm not surprised because you have the best writers online because they know everything, of course. So in my opinion, I really think that that's something logical that you don't really need to even read this article. Yeah, I know this article's kind of rare.
No, I really think this article is perfect. When it comes to like AI, I really think that they know what they're doing. You don't really need to do anything, and that's why we lose a lot of jobs. And we might control by robots now.
My friend, I don't even know how to a robot, my friend. Robots are the crazy, my friend. I don't get that. Like I don't get how robots make out destroy the world, my friend. You know what? Let's move on. This has been a nightmare with Johnny Boy and Ricardo. We have a new segment. Let's present Mr. Dr. Mother Focus, our psychiatrist for the best doctor segment in the world. I want you to introduce ourselves, and also we're gonna have some patients. Well, let's go, Mr. Dr. Focus.
How you doing? Good morning. This is Dr. Focus. Que la Mario que yo tengo una a vosas guaruchos, los pies que ahora Dios me mandaron al infierno, picado porque picó y ver por la luz interior del cielo.
Wait, what?
Oh, I said good morning today. Remember, guys, the Spanish language is so long, and the English language is short. So my official language always has been Spanish. You know what? Let's move on. Let's help some clients here. Richard, please, can you please put out the next patient, please?
Loser.
Hello, good morning, my friend. I need help you, my doctor. All my friends say that I have a mental problem over there. You see, they're crazy. Yeah, I don't understand. They're too crazy over there. I don't understand that.
Right, you mean a mental problem? Do you mean, sir, Mister?
No, my friend, a metal problem break my friend's head with a metal object, my friend. Because all I do, I know with 24 hours, my friend. They say that all I do is drink over there, my friend. You know, you like Corona, you drink with a hotel, and you go with friends and girlfriend, and then, you know, woof. And then, you know, the next day you drink more and more.
Nada.
Wait, what happened? What did you say?
Oh, I don't answer to dumb questions like that. I need a good producer. Richard, I don't think you understand this. I'm actually a professional doctor, so I hope the next one could be a bit more patience. You know what? Since we waited for the patients and get Richard organized, while we wait for the next patient, I'm gonna tell you a secret that it will help you. Let's see. Let me give you the steps on how to get married, the happiest married couple in the world in 20 steps. You know what?
Yeah, you know what? I would love to hear what are the 10 steps to have a happy marriage.
Okay, here's the first step. You get out of the house.
Loser.
Second step, 20 steps. You walk to the streets, and then you call it Uber, and then you leave.
Loser. Loser.
You will leave when you take an Uber. You know what?
Wait, what? That's actually is running away from the marriage.
You know what? Rich, don't interrupt me. Let's go to the police station. Let's go. Yeah, Mr. Dr. Voice, how could I help you?
Come on in, doctor. I'm calling because I am Bacachula and I'm calling for a third opinion, Mr. Doctor. So I have went to the other doctors and I'm obsessed with vengeance and talking doctor. So say something. I need some help because I love obsessed with vengeance and I hope to get another opinion.
I really think that, why do you say that as a doctor are obsessed that you always with vengeance? I don't understand. How could I help you?
Well, I don't know, but I swear to my mother that if somebody says I'm crazy, I'm gonna kill them. I'm gonna go to your house. Dr. Focus, I know where you live. I swear I'm gonna get you.
No, nothing like that. I don't get it. Richard, vete a limpiar, no que te mueres, porque tú no mueres, hijo de la fruta, porque tiene la cara de un chango, loco, eres un mono, loco, te gusta la banana de los Galápagos.
Wait, what did you say, Mr. Dr. Focus?
Oh my God, I said, good morning, I want to look for the next patient.
Damn, this Spanish language is so long, Mr. Dr. Focus.
Yeah, no. You know what? Richard, please, let's go to the next session.
Hello, doctor. This is Elena. I need some help. I can't stand my husband saying that I'm actually an immature because I don't get it. Like, we're married, but he keeps saying that.
Oh, Elena, your husband saying you're immature. How can you accuse to say that you're immature? You sound like a lovely lady.
Every time he takes his pants off, I just say, "Oh, look, little birdie!" Ooh, and I just say, "Ah!" And I just start laughing.
Oh my God, that's a sexual problem. My God, that's too crazy. You know what? Let's go to a serious talk. We have all the communication problems with our partners, but I found solutions. So I'm just telling you the best thing to do is to call Dr. Focus. I'll give you my car and I will charge you $10, just to save your marriage. Just come here, we'll charge you, we'll take care of you.
Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Dr. Focus. It has been a pleasure for this. You know what? Now that we're waiting, my friend, the show is over, my friend. You see, we spent 30 minutes talking about Dr. Focus. He is a good doctor and everything, but we're excited.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm really excited about this interview with Stephanie.
Yeah, I know, I was waiting here, waiting for my interview. So, Richard, when are we going to do the interview that Quirky girl? Because, I'm ready for this interview. Oh, yeah, come on. Yeah, definitely. Oh, you know what? This is our last segment of the show. So, we're going to interview Stephanie. We're going to have help with Ricardo. Johnny Boy is going to help us with the interview. So, I think Ricardo and Johnny Boy are so interested. How about they're probably going to run the show while, we figure out. I'll probably ask the questions too, just to keep it. So Stephanie, we have a question for you. One of the questions from Ricardo and Johnny Boy says, what happens if you watch a bird? Are you considered a stalker? Because you're not supposed to do that. With birds, like you got like a rabbit with bird, they sometimes, they look really, sometimes they think that, you're gonna like try to hit them with a rock, and you might like try to rob them, like those kind of birds. You gotta be careful.
Oh, I know. I love Batman and Robin. It's such a good movie.
We're not talking about the movie. It's definitely talking about, the bird, Robin, the little green bird, Robin. Wait, what? Wait, Johnny Boy, we're not talking about Robin the Batman. We're talking about the Robin, the American Robin bird. Continue, Stephanie. Oh yeah, so I was saying, so we have so many birds too. We have the ducks, and also, that always happens. Some people, when you wanna watch the birds, you're definitely stalking them. But this is nature. You gotta go and and trying to figure out, if you love birds like me. I'm actually I am in love with birds. I'll do anything with birds.
Loser.
Oh, yeah, me too. I actually have a bird called Burley's. Yeah, Burley's. He's my imaginary friend. So when I go to sleep, I just talk to Burley's because he's always come out at night.
Loser.
My friend, you crazy, my friend. You drink too much. You need to chill out with the drinking. Come on, guys.
Loser.
Let's come on. Let's go. Let's go to the next question because I'm pretty sure. Stephanie, you done?
Loser.
No, I wasn't done. Yes, I was talking about the ducks. When you see a duck, there's one female and there's one male. Some people love stalking them, and sometimes I think that
Loser.
Someone like me that love birds. I love anything bird, big, small,
Loser.
medium, or sometimes medium and a half.
Oh yeah, me too. Whenever I buy underwears, I always buy small, medium.
Friend, you're not talking about your under. You're talking about birds. They're small, big, my friend. You see, you're crazy. Wait, what? Johnny Boy, Stephanie's not talking about underwears. She's talking about birds. Like they have small birds, big birds. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Johnny Boy, he crazy. I mean, I don't know. He thinks like. You think this is a joke, but I love birds. Anything birds. Like if it was for me, I'll marry a bird. So it could be a bird woman, and also it could be a birdman. I love that rapper Birdman. And he looks interested. He looks handsome to me. We should get married one day.
Oh yeah, I love the rapper Birdman. He has his song called Money, which I love that song.
Oh my God, Johnny Boy, he's not talking about that. Already, I thought Birdman means pájaro. I thought that pájaro means something else. Ricardo, bro, you're Spanish, man. Oh yeah, let me continue what I was saying. So yeah, so I love birds. Anything like birds, I just ask me, and I'll try to do my best to answer the question. Well, let me answer the question of what happens if you watch birds, and are you a stalker? Yeah, you consider a stalker, I guess, because even I'm a stalker. All I do is have my glasses, and I look at birds. I look at how they fly, how they eat, how that's the environment. If you love birds, you talk to Stephanie. I'm the bird girl. Bird. Wait, that's actually a good kind of sense. Alright, you're crazy, my friend. You know what? I might bring you to Ecuador. Maybe you could scare that David. She's a little cuckoo. Ricardo, bro.
Hey, I don't understand. Ricardo's always rude. He always rude to everybody. You know what? Richard, let's go to the next question. I feel like I'm ready to ask that.
Yeah, Johnny Boy, how about you ask it? Alright, let me go next, alright. He doesn't know what you're doing, my friend. Stephanie, do you think that we have evil birds in the water? Because we have the bats, we have evil chickens. Oh yeah, Ricardo, to answer your question, we don't have evil bears. It's just some evil bears. They have to go to fortress, and they have to, get their food for their babies. They have to kill fishes. It's like it's not bears is not considered an an evil environment or nothing like that. So back to your question, I really don't think it's gonna be nothing like that. Yeah, I think when it comes to like nature, I think we don't really have that much evil birds in the world. So yeah, I never noticed that. So what do you think about like? Excuse me for a sec. Hold on. Excuse. Oh, sorry. Oh, so what do you think of like bats? You think they're considered evil? Also, my friend, I always think that evil birds, they come for. Sometimes they're evil birds from hell, my friend. You see, that's why I always think that if you see a pigeon and they're white and the other one is black, my friend, you think they're the one evil and one is Satan and it's from hell.
Oh, yeah, no, Ricardo has a definitely good question. Stephanie, can you please explain us between a white bird and a black bird? Because, I'm actually a Christian, so I really think that I love more white birds than black birds. So I'm really, really curious.
Yeah, so back to the question about Ricardo. I really think that birds have a color. If you love orange or if you love green, we have something called like the parrots. You could see them. I mean, it all depends on the color. I don't think that we have evil birds, or like when birds go to heaven, I think we just have like a vision of like photos when we go see websites or when we see the Pope, and some people they criticize that they think that they know everything, but it all depends what you love birds. Like for me, I kind of love the color green.
Loser.
Because it's money, so I love green birds. Anything like pelican or like a little bit of trees, because it looks green. So I guess all the
Loser.
excuse me. So I was saying, yeah, it all depends on the person. That's all I could tell you for now. Yeah, let's go to the next question. I'm pretty sure we have so many questions here, and I hope you could answer it since we have a professional like you who know about birds. I don't know anything about birds, but hopefully our questions could make a little like this comedy show could be much better. Alright, so our next question here is for Mrs. Stephanie. It's
Loser.
do birds have assets? Well, Richard, it depends. Like, we have so many birds from the cartoons. They think that they have their own house. And in reality, it's a little bit of like that. We have like the, what is that called? The garbage bird. We know what they do. They have kids, and they
Loser.
sometimes they make their own family. They build. We have the male trash bird that he goes there. He makes his own house, and also they have neighbors. I just feel like
Loser.
the birds are like humans. They have the same questions and everything. Stephanie, I have a question. Sorry to interrupt you, because this is really interesting. You saying that humans are birds. It shouldn't be like that.
Loser.
But anyway, I got a question. When Rich asked you, do birds have assets? I thought you meant like assets. So you explain to me, do birds have assets? Like as like that? Ricardo, I kind of know you're trying to be a little more sarcastic, but the question was the assets. So I was just talking about the buildings and everything.
Oh yeah, so I was saying about Ricardo. Sometimes he doesn't really speak good English, so I really think he didn't understand the question. What Richard was trying to ask. You know what? Let me explain to you, Ricardo.
Alright, you talk to us, but let's see what you gotta say.
Oh yeah, so I was saying, Richard was trying to ask Stephanie if you think birds have like a house or car or anything like that. Do you understand, Ricardo? Do you understand English now?
Oh yeah, now I understand the question. Thank you.
Thank you, Johnny Boy. I really appreciate it for your help. So let's go. And I really want to know, like, something I really think that, when you compare a bird with a human, I really think that you've been too good, you know what I'm saying? Like, you the homies, too crazy. It's like, I'm animal, I know animal definitely. You see, my friend, you should question me all the time, my friend. Come on, Ricardo, how you going to consider yourself an animal? That's not what Stephanie's trying to say. How about let her answer? Oh yeah, so I was saying, Ricardo, I know I'm not offending you or anything, but, when it comes to birds, we all animals. I really think, how science and the Big Bang Theory says that, we came from monkeys, so, we are considered animals. I know, but, you usually be saying that.
Oh, that's why I think that Ricardo is overdoing a comment like that. It shouldn't be like that. You know what? I really think we should go move on to the next question because we have tons, we have millions of fantastic questions like always.
Yeah, I think Johnny Boy is right. I think we gotta move on. Alright, tell the Johnny Boy that, when you go home, he's gonna find a bird poop over there in the front door because he annoys me all the time. It's very annoying.
Oh, Ricardo, do whatever you want because in the end of the day, Johnny Boy always has been the best.
Come on, guys. Let's go to the next question. I'm pretty sure Stephanie here is laughing and she wants to. Pretty sure she wants to end this interview. I feel like we've been here for hours already trying to get these questions done. So let's move on. The next question says, do birds go to jail if they go to another country? Oh yeah, Richard, that's a definitely good question. I really think that birds, they when they immigrate to another country, they always have these spaces where you have different kind of culture of birds. So some birds may like big noises, some birds may like dogs, some birds may like squirrels. So it just depends, how the birds, they travel to another country. I was like me, when I came to Ecuador, I travel all the time. So I think as Japanese, right when it comes to, we think like animals. Oh yeah. Of course, Ricardo, you have a point when it comes to that, always.
Oh, so you think that if birds go to jail, do they also get like a special visit, like when you're a human?
Oh, Johnny Boy, that's a definitely good question, but
Loser.
I mean, it all depends, we think that, birds are like humans, we go to jail, we have our bills to pay, we have our own problems, we have our own family problems, so, yeah, I really think that birds could, they do probably have, they're pretty sure they have a jail when they go to the jail, we have so many hunters, like, they love to steal birds and love to sell, so, they do consider that as a jail because they're very expert to go to another country, that's how it is.
Loser.
Oh, it's a really good question. Oh man, let's go to the next question. We have a bunch of questions that Ricardo and Johnny wrote down because they're really interested. So how about says here, do the myth of a bird of feather counts because a catfish roll? I don't know if you heard of this phrase called birds of a feather. I don't know if you ever heard of it. No.
Loser.
Never heard about it, but since I'm the bird girl and I need to know about birds, I will say I don't want to Google it, so I'm gonna say based on what I understood. I think birds of a feather might mean that the bird has a feather instead of being a feathers.
Oh, I'm so confused because when I use birds of a feather, I always think because they have a connection. Because I remember when I used to play Grand Theft Auto, the guy, Tony said birds of a feather. You could Google it. I love that game. It's fantastic. It's amazing.
Babre, calm down, babre. Yeah.
Loser.
Everybody with kids, babre. Let the girl talk. She's a lady. She needs to make more sense. Oh, thank you, Ricardo. Back to Johnny Boy. Since I'm not really familiar with that expression, all I could say it might be that, you have a twin brother, or maybe you trying to be that you're a dummy. That's a lot good thing when it comes. And the writer called Catfish, that's a really funny one. I mean, I'm pretty sure Johnny Boy or Ricardo wrote that, but
Loser.
it might be the writer my name was Catfish because I never heard of that book before. Yeah, some of the questions here, usually Ricardo and Johnny Boy help me when I do the podcast. So, let's look at this question because that question was confusing. Even I got confused. I never heard of that word, birds of a feather. I didn't even know what it meant. I don't know who wrote this one.
Loser.
But Stephanie, let's go to the interview because we're gonna be here for hours. So it says here, is bat considered an evil bird or a hero bird?
Loser.
Richard, to answer your question,
Loser. Loser.
I really think that bats are a good bird to start out because they live in caves, so they're always in the dark. They always have this, this theory of cartoons, but they have the Batman. They have some cartoons that they live on the ground and all that. But I think that bats are really they're not considered birds actually. Sorry about that to mislead everybody, but bats are not considered birds. I know they fly and everything, but they're considered mammals. So I just want to clarify that. So I really cannot answer that question if they're evil or heroes, evil bird or heroes. So you could ask somebody who knows about mammals. All I could tell you is that I know about birds.
Oh yeah, oh my god, Stephanie brought this up because I always thought that the bats were considered if birds because they smell and they're so bad at smelling.
Alright, that means that I better you got like a bat as a pet, my friend. That's illegal, my friend. You're talking about legal. You did some illegal stuff. Oh my god, let's go. Let's go to the next question because oh my god, we're actually running out of time. Well, guys, thank you so much for listening to the Chablashow. Did anybody getting shout outs? You want to say talk to your friends or anything? Alright, I got a shout out. I want to say my bestie Aldabsan, Harry Manson, Gabriel. We always go drink, go to sometimes go to New York. Something we go kick rock on the park all the time.
Oh, my turn. Oh, Richard, you forgot about me. I want to have a shout out to Axelmade, Big 8, and also my favorite best friend of all times, Ghetto Fishman. Oh my god, we always go to the ocean, we always see birds in the ocean, and also we love catching fishes like the tuna fish. I love that. I love to eat that.
What about you, Stephanie? Do you want to shout out for anybody? Oh yeah, I would like to shout out to my favorite movie actor. His name is Steven Seagal. I also got my friend called Bill Tweets, and also lastly my best friend Kevin Donchicks. He's a nice guy. I love him. All right, thank you so much for hearing this podcast. I'll see you on the next podcast.